Netflix finally brings together the heroes it assumes you want to see teamed up. And although it's not the disaster I feared, better days still lie ahead. Hey everybody, Alex here for Nerdy Inc., coming at you with a review of The Defenders. New York heroes collide as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and your annoying little brother who wants to be part of it team up to take on the weakest elements of the Netflix series thus far. In a way, The Defenders is the single greatest janitorial effort in TV history. Regular viewers know that although Daredevil is my favorite superhero of all time, I was incredibly disappointed with his second season. Ninjas, resurrections, and doomsday prophecies don't mesh with the street-level crime fighting that made the first season so great. Couple this with Iron Fist's comically terrible rookie season, and it's easy to see how the writers had backed themselves into a corner. The Hand and Kun Lun had been an ever-building story, and by the time everyone said Iron Fist sucks, The Defenders was already too deep into production. Luckily, this series does a good job in making these elements palatable, primarily due to Sigourney Weaver's acting prowess and Jessica Jones's biting sarcasm. With the subtle acknowledgement that the story was both stupid and ending soon, the truncated season, clocking in at only 8 episodes, was fairly engaging. Or at least it was after you made it past the 2 first episodes that moved at a snail's pace. Corny as the story may be, each character has something to do each episode. Iron Fist knows the lore, Daredevil knows the enemy, Luke Cage has his connections with the police, and Jessica Jones has the skills to put all the pieces together. There's not a lot going on beneath the surface here, but it's competent enough. The action has always been a point of conversation for these series ever since Daredevil Season 1, Episode 2, but it's a shame to see these characters fall into the dark hallway trap, a term I just invented, unless somebody else has coined it already. The famous Daredevil hallway fight is one that Netflix has attempted to replicate a half dozen different times, but they've never been able to get that same level of hype. You may say it's because that fight raised the bar for TV fight scenes, but I think it's simply that the showrunners just don't know why we love that scene so much. Sure, the stunt choreography was great, but it was an incredibly telling scene. We learn what type of person Matt Murdock is. A bare-bones combatant who fights his way through brutal beatings to protect the little guy, partially because he knows it's the right thing to do, and partially because he somewhat enjoys the struggle, as guilty as that makes him feel. He wasn't flawless or invincible. He was a vulnerable man who fought through pain in search for redemption. And this worked on a metatextual level too. Daredevil was fighting to win the approval of casual fans whose only prior understanding of Daredevil was the Ben Affleck film. The Defenders, of course, felt compelled to squeeze in a hallway fight scene, but it wasn't nearly as engaging as, say, this scene of Matt Murdock in court.
Are you referring to a report released on September 29th?
Your Honor, he's asking my client to respond with unreasonable specificity.
Mr. Berkowitz, if memory serves me right, your office received an urgent delivery from the Safety Commission on June 3rd, 3 months earlier. I'm curious, did that have anything to do with Indexaprine?
This sequence re-established Matt's character by showing us the type of man he is, in much the same way that the hallway scene showed us years ago. Action works best when it's in concert with the themes of the story. Much of the action falls flat in this series because it's devoid of anything other than, fucking ninjas. All in all, the series wasn't what I wanted. When you pair strong crime fighters with dark magic that threatens New York City, things don't work as well as they should. But given the amount of magic ninjas and ancient lore packed into the show, it could have been way worse. So, like skilled janitors, the Defenders have cleaned up all the crap and can move forward having learned a lesson about their limits. Also, that is not a New York City subway car, and why is there an apple in that wall?